It is time to talk about some fictional places that we would love to go on vacation, because even though it's almost Christmas, for some reason my brain is thinking about vacations for next summer. And I'm gonna blame my kiddos because we were talking about the beach the other day. Hello friends, happy Wednesday. So very excited that you're here. So excited for another top 5 Wednesday video. But in case if you're not familiar with it, in a nutshell, basically each week I answer a prompt using 5 books, but in this case I do manga to reflect the said prompt. And if you'd like to join the group and see what the prompts are, be sure to check out the link down below. Today's prompt is fictional places you want to visit. Often we talk about real life places we want to visit, aka I want to go visit Tokyo, Japan, but we talk about that just in general of like the real life places we want to visit and just would enjoy being there. But what about fictional places? There are so many different fantasy worlds or just different fictional worlds in general that would be really cool to either live in or to go visit just for a day. Wouldn't matter the time that we're staying. We're just like, we want to go to this fictional place. So today we're talking about 5 different fictional places we would love to visit. I actually struggled really hard with this prompt because I went through all of the manga that I've read according to my Goodreads list that I have, and I've only read a handful of like fantasy manga, and I was like, some of these I don't know if it would technically count, so we're just gonna go with it. I am very happy with my picks, especially let's go ahead and dive in. For number 1, I am gonna say Tsukina's Book Cafe from the Savior's Book Cafe story in Another World. I was rereading this morning, like more of like skimming through it, and I was like, I just want to go stay at her book cafe. It just seems amazing to magically get books that are protected from drinks, from food, that you don't have to worry about like, oh my goodness, my drink just spilled on my book, I gotta get a new one, or it's completely ruined. You don't have to worry about any of that. Also, there was a moment where the knight, I can't remember his name, but he was like, oh my goodness, he's like, you have this book? And the way that she's able to basically special requests different books is just super cool. I was just like, I just want to go visit. I'm like, it's a bummer that she doesn't have places where you could actually stay the night, because hands down, I definitely would. I would just want to stay in this lovely book cafe, never leave. I know there's other stuff that's going on in this world, and I think that's going to definitely be explored in later volumes. I've only read volume 1, but I do have up to volume 4, and I plan to binge read it when volume 5 releases next year. Very excited, super pumped to feature this one because it just be amazing to visit a book cafe, to live at a book cafe like she does. I got so excited that I ended up bumping my camera. I was like, oh my goodness, so sorry if it's a little bit weird there. For number 2 though, I am going to do Yona of the Dawn. So I can't specifically say there is like one place in Yona of the Dawn that I'm like, I want to go there. I want to go there now. It's more of, for Yona of the Dawn, I want to go to the world because I want to meet all of these guys. I want to meet Yona, I want to meet Hawk. I want to be part of the Dark Dragon and the Happy Hungry Bunch. I want to be able to go on their adventures before they're basically in the palace. I want to be before then. I want to be like where they're just traveling and they're helping other people. I think it'd be an amazing experience, even if we are hungry more often than not. And funny enough, I'm actually filming this video hungry because I didn't eat breakfast just yet. But anyway, that is beside the point. I think it'd just be so fun to be with these characters. That is specifically why I want to visit the world of Yona of the Dawn, just for the characters. Just, I want to go on the adventures. Though this one I did really like. This specific volume, they are at the Water Tribe. There's a lot of things that are going on, so I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to be at the Water Tribe during this time, during this volume specifically, but again, it's just the characters. I just want to be able to be part of the Happy Hungry Bunch and just go on these adventures. And talking about the Happy Hungry Bunch, I organized a collaborative post on Beneath the Tangles. I will leave a link down below if you want to check it out. We talked about different anime characters that we would love to hang out with for or on Black Friday. It was such a fun post. Again, I will leave it down below. I definitely said the Happy Hungry Bunch, and I really feel like my answer to a question in that post, I feel like is also my answer just for today's prompt. As again, I feel like there's nothing else I can say, so I'll just say that the characters, they make it. I love it, and I just want to be able to hang out with them and on their adventures so very much. For number 3, this one definitely had to be on here, and that is One Piece. I still have not watched any recent One Piece here very recently. I know that the anime is in Wano. I don't know. I thought about it. I know Wano is very cool, but I'm gonna go with Water 7. I think it'd be really cool to go visit Water 7 and just be able to travel by the, oh my goodness, I'm blanking on what they're called. I'll try and leave a picture of of what they are here. But just to be able to travel where you're not really walking, you're just traveling by the different canals and the water and such in this city. Granted, I feel like it'd be really stressful with different events that happen later on. I feel like it could definitely be a dangerous place to live, but if I'm visiting just for the day, I feel like it should be okay, because I'm like, I wouldn't want to live at Water 7, but I definitely would love to go shopping, would be really great, and just be a really unique experience. So I'm gonna say Water 7 is definitely a fictional place I would love to visit. I feel like it'd be pretty chaotic if Luffy and the gang are there, but I also think it'd be a lot of fun if they were there too. Also, I realized looking at the manga, I didn't actually pull a manga that shows Water 7, but I was just too lazy to get it, so I just used the last volume that we have. For number 4, very excited for this one, I'm gonna say the Dragon Knight's Beloved. I could not remember what the name of this place was, but I chose it because I think it'd be very, very cool to go visit a place where dragons just fly in the sky. Like, that's an everyday occurrence. Nobody blinks an eye. They're like, oh, this is totally normal. Like, that'd be so incredibly cool to be at a place where, I don't know if we can necessarily ride the dragons because you have to be, I was about to say special, but that's not the right word, but there's things with that. You can't just randomly go fly a dragon, but it would still be cool to visit a place where dragons, the theme of dragons, are just so critical to the world building, or to the world, excuse me, to the world in general, how it's just an everyday occurrence. Even though I'm very much team unicorn, I just still would appreciate going to a place and seeing dragons potentially super up close and seeing what they do and seeing dragons and humans basically live in harmony. Like, so cool. So incredibly cool. For number 5, I was a little bit iffy on this one, but it was actually one of the first titles that came to mind, and that is Magic Knight Ray Earth. Now, if you have read Magic Knight Ray Earth, I do have a video review coming out later next month, but if you've read it, you know that things are not what they seem, but I would still love to visit Sephiroth. I still, regardless of where it is in the manga, Sephiroth would definitely be, I feel like, my number 1, or at least in my top 3 for sure, of fictional places I would deeply love to visit. I think it is a beautiful world. Try and get a picture, and I had a picture ready and I didn't mark it. Here we go. Right here is Sephiroth. I don't know if that's a good picture or not, but I love this world. I love how beautiful it is. I love the different people they meet, and the world building is absolutely incredible, especially in the second part where you meet different nations. So incredibly cool. Like, I specifically would love to visit Sephiroth, yes, but if there were other nations I could visit based off of the nations that we see and we meet, hands down, yes. Hands down, yes. I just really, really love how unique all the places are. In fact, I'm like, let's just take a grand adventure, grand vacation. We'll start at Sephiroth and then we'll go visit other places, other nations, and we'll just come back to Sephiroth. I want like a grand tour, there we go, of all of the places in Magic Knight Ray Earth. I know that not all of it is beautiful, and again, I know the direction of the story and everything, but it's still so very beautiful. I just really, really loved it, and I'm sure some of that is the art, because the art, it just makes it absolutely stunning. Like, Clamp is amazing in their art. We all know they're the queens. It is absolutely beautiful. As I say, I think I have another map, but it's not, it doesn't show quite everything. Like, this is more of just Sephiroth. It doesn't show all of the beauty like it did in the last page, but again, take me on a grand tour of Sephiroth through all the different places in Magic Knight Ray Earth. I want more of it. It's the one place, again, that I know for certain I would just love to visit, except for maybe the monsters. I don't know if I want to actually visit them. I feel like this video was sort of everywhere, and hopefully I conveyed my excitement, at least if I didn't convey with my words very well, I conveyed with my excitement of why I would love to visit all these places. It'd be so cool. Like, I'm just like, I wish I could make this a reality, because meeting Yona and the gang, going to Water 7, going to Tsukina's Book Cafe would just be, it'd be so incredibly cool. It'd be so incredibly cool, but I would love to hear from you, friends. What are some fictional places that you would love to visit? I would love to hear your picks. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!